Oh shit, I'm Prestige Master. I did it, man, niggas. We did it. We did it.
Hey Dirt, it's Hey Dirt, and as you can see, we are Prestige Master right now. I do play a lot right now. I've been playing. I leveled up a lot with my. I leveled up a lot with like the Kuda in Nuketown for most of my prestiges, and then the last prestige is when I really started knifing, and it's been a lot of fun. It's cool. It's a great game and all, but I've really been thinking about doing a commentary for a while, and I figured why not do one on concussives and feeding, and how I feel about feeding and stuff like that. What's my standards and all that. If you guys have seen any of my highlight clips, some of them are pretty crappy splits or just pretty crappy feeds, but it's just highlights of what I did. Gives you an idea of the kind of clips I could hit, what I have hit, and kind of shows you how I play. And if you notice, I don't really use concussive, and I've been kind of vocal about it on Twitter, but in reality, I'm not really a part, really essentially a part of the knifing community. I'm kind of just a bystander who enjoys watching videos and stuff like that. And as you've seen from some people, at least, I know of two YouTubers that have kind of vocally talked that they basically don't use concussives, and some of them use smoke grenades, some of them just don't use anything. One thing that also a lot of people have been doing is this thing called quest feeding, which I've never done, and at this point I understand that it's a little bit harder to do, because I've been using this, trying to do a sniping class. I've been trying to get sniping feeds, so using a big sniper like this with a tomahawk, it is kind of weird. So I get it that it is harder to hit clips, but if you're concussing people, there's no reason for you to, there's no disadvantage for you, and it's weird because I was thinking about this in a weird way as I just started talking about it. Is like, you have the Vincent Van Goghs or whatever the fuck, like those artists that made those original paintings, those one of a kind. People can copy it, but they never have the original. And then there's artists that do work, for Walmart, that do work for mass production. And what I feel like is just all the knifers that are using concussives and killing people that really aren't able to defend themselves. I mean, it's all up to you. Judge your clip how you judge it. But for me, I'm judging it on how hard it was, as I said before, how hard it was to kill those people. And the situation you were in. There's a lot of things that go into play. Now, if you're doing safeguard, obviously, I've gotten safeguard clips where people are not even looking at me, and I'm killing 6 of them. Like, okay, you could use that in a montage. It might be good, but that's not really a good feed. That's not really something I would respect. It's just oh yeah, it's cool that happened. So I'd rather clips be judged, not based on a lottery of, oh, I just ran into 10 people and concussed them and I killed them. It's more like I ran into 10 people, went to cover for a second, kind of almost, not really flanked them, but kind of rushed them, whether you threw a smoke grenade on the floor, you did a little ninja vanish, and then you came from behind, or whether you just threw a smoke on the floor, just ran through and killed people, or whether you just used, objectives and actual objects as well, to kind of, devise your plan to kill these people. It's just a matter of if you are actually going to, kill them and they were at an advantage. I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, this is weird to say right now, but if you really think about it, if you concuss 4 people that were kind of in different spots on the floor, in maybe a triangular, or should I say, if there's 4 people, like a rectangular weird way, if they're spread out 4 ways, if I had a tomahawk, I can 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, kill all of them. And each tomahawk, takes like 0.75 seconds. I don't know how long it takes, a second to leave your hand. It'd actually be easier. It'd be harder to quad melee knife 4 people that are concussed in different spots on the floor than to use a tomahawk. So, I mean, I don't know. That's just how I feel at knifing. Let me know if you disagree. I mean, I'd rather people talk about it than, this isn't real life. This is just a fucking game. And for me, it's a little bit of an art. Like right here, this little clip right here, I mean, that's just a beautiful kill, and I personally, that's one of my favorite clips I've ever gotten so far in this game. And I guarantee you nobody will care about that because it wasn't a trick shot or whatever, yada yada. See this right here, this me feeding on these people that aren't looking, this is not something I mean, maybe I'd put it in a video, but that's not a great clip. I know that. That's a shitty clip, So that's how I feel. I just feel like people that use concussives are kind of like the Walmart knifers, and people who just go out there and try and just fuck around and do new things with knifing or whatever, or maybe just mix it up. Those are the Vincent Van Goghs. Now, okay, am I saying that I'm a Vincent Van Gogh? Kind of, but not really. I would say myself, like, if we were talking of hip hop standards, I'd like to be like the Action Bronson of knifing. If you guys know who Action Bronson is, that's what I would be. If I was in terms of, let's say, I don't know, Ice Knife would be like a One Direction, and a bunch of other kids that I know would be One Direction, and I would be like the fucking NSYNC, like the Backstreet Boy that's mad old, you know? That would be me. I'd be like fucking one of the NSYNC members who didn't. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. This is randomly rare discussions, and I'm just gonna stop talking right now. But how you doing? Peace.
Reaper neutralized.